In a world gripped by uncertainty, two titans stand at the precipice of financial fate. The age-old allure of gold, gleaming with the weight of history, and the digital phoenix, Bitcoin, rising from the ashes of traditional finance. As economies tremble and trust erodes, the battle between these assets rages, fueled by fear and speculation. Which will emerge as the ultimate sanctuary in the storm, and which will be left in the dust of history's relentless march? For centuries, gold has stood as a symbol of wealth and stability, a tangible asset sought after by empires and individuals alike. Its allure is woven into the very fabric of human history, from the ancient Egyptians burying treasures in tombs to the gold rushes that shaped nations. In stark contrast, Bitcoin emerged in the digital age as a revolutionary force, challenging the age-old perceptions of value and trust. This juxtaposition of gold's enduring legacy against Bitcoin's disruptive innovation sets the stage for a modern conflict steeped in fear and uncertainty. For centuries, gold has been revered as a symbol of wealth and stability, its glimmer reflecting the hopes and fears of civilizations long past. As empires rose and fell, this precious metal served as the cornerstone of economic trust, anchoring societies in times of turbulence. Yet, as we entered the digital age, a new contender emerged. Bitcoin, born from the ashes of financial crises, challenges the very foundation of this ancient relationship with value. The divergence of fear and confidence now plays out on the global stage as the world grapples with the implications of this unprecedented rivalry. For millennia, gold has been revered not merely as a metal, but as a symbol of wealth, power, and stability. Its lustrous sheen has captivated civilizations, from the ancient Egyptians who adorned their tombs with it, to the alchemists who sought to transform base metals into this prized element. As empires rose and fell, gold remained the steadfast beacon of economic certainty, a tangible asset that weathered the storms of time. Yet, as the 21st century dawned, a new challenger emerged from the shadows of the digital realm, poised to rewrite the narrative of value itself. As civilizations soared and crumbled, gold reigned supreme, a symbol of wealth that transcended time and borders. From the ancient Egyptians who adorned their tombs with this precious metal, to the gold rushes that sparked mass migrations, its allure has woven itself into the very fabric of human history. Yet, as we entered the digital age, a new contender emerged from the shadows. Bitcoin, the enigmatic cryptocurrency that promised to revolutionize our understanding of value and trust. As the world grapples with economic uncertainty, the age-old allure of gold faces an unprecedented challenger in Bitcoin. The whispers of a digital revolution grow louder, fueling a palpable unease among traditional investors. With each passing day, the divide between the two asset classes widens, igniting fierce debates and stirring fear in the hearts of those who once believed in the timeless solidity of gold. In this high-stakes environment, the question looms larger than ever. Can Bitcoin truly dethrone the golden standard of wealth? As the world grapples with unprecedented economic uncertainty, a palpable tension emerges between the ancient allure of gold and the revolutionary promise of Bitcoin. Investors, once steadfast in their belief of tangible assets, find themselves at a crossroads, torn between the comforting weight of gold and the intangible yet enticing digital frontier. The stakes rise as whispers of inflation and currency devaluation echo in the halls of power, igniting a battle for the very essence of wealth. In this crucible of fear and hope, the future of finance hangs in the balance. As uncertainty grips the global economy, the age-old allure of gold faces an unprecedented rival, Bitcoin. Investors, once steadfast in their belief that gold is the ultimate safe haven, now find themselves at a crossroads, drawn to the digital frontier. With every passing day, the stakes escalate, revealing deep-seated fears and aspirations. Will humanity cling to the familiar warmth of gold, or will it embrace the cold, cutting edge of cryptocurrency? The divergence between these two titans grows sharper, igniting a battle not just for wealth, but for the very essence of trust and value in our modern age. If you find this video insightful, please consider subscribing to support this channel. As nations grapple with the intricate dance of power, gold and Bitcoin emerge not merely as assets, but as symbols of sovereignty and control. In the shadows of boardrooms and the glare of global summits, strategic alliances are forged and rivalries ignite, with each player vying for dominance in this new financial arena. The stakes rise as economic sanctions and trade wars weave a complex tapestry of fear and uncertainty, pushing nations to reassess their allegiances and their investments. As nations grapple with their economic fates, the age-old struggle for supremacy takes center stage. With gold as the traditional safe haven and Bitcoin emerging as a digital disruptor, countries are forced to choose sides in a geopolitical chess game. Alliances are tested, rivalries deepened, and the stakes have never been higher, as the world watches to see which asset will emerge victorious in the face of escalating uncertainty. As nations grapple with the shifting tides of value, the stakes rise higher in the geopolitical arena. The age-old allure of gold, a symbol of stability, now squares off against the digital frontier of Bitcoin, challenging traditional power structures. In boardrooms and battlefields alike, leaders navigate a treacherous landscape of alliances and rivalries, each move a calculated attempt to assert dominance in an uncertain world. Here, fear becomes both a weapon and a currency, shaping destinies in the shadow of impending conflict. As the world teeters on the brink of economic upheaval, the age-old allure of gold faces an unprecedented rival, Bitcoin. In this pivotal moment, the shadows of fear reveal a stark divergence. Will humanity cling to the tangible or embrace the ethereal? The choice between the glittering past and the digital future hangs in the balance, poised to reshape our understanding of value itself. As the world plunges deeper into uncertainty, a profound question emerges. What truly holds value in a time of fear? The age-old allure of gold, with its glimmering permanence, stands in stark contrast to the digital frontier of Bitcoin, a symbol of rebellion against traditional finance. This moment marks a decisive turning point, where humanity must choose between the tangible and the intangible, between the legacy of the past and the promise of the future. As the world grapples with the volatility of Bitcoin and the timeless allure of gold, nations find themselves at a crossroads, torn between innovation and tradition. The consequences of this fear divergence ripple through markets, shifting power dynamics and reshaping economies. For the common man, the stakes have never been higher, their financial destinies entwined with the choices of governments and the whims of the digital frontier. As nations grapple with the specter of economic turmoil, the divergence between gold and Bitcoin emerges as a poignant symbol of our times. The age-old allure of gold, a bastion of stability, clashes with the revolutionary promise of Bitcoin, heralding a new era fraught with uncertainty. This schism not only shakes the foundations of financial markets, but also reverberates through the lives of ordinary people, igniting a battle for trust in a world increasingly defined by fear and speculation. As we stand at the crossroads of history, the divergence between gold and Bitcoin reveals more than mere investment choices. It embodies a profound shift in our collective psyche. In a world gripped by uncertainty, the allure of these two assets reflects our deepest fears and aspirations for security. The future beckons with questions of resilience and value, challenging us to redefine what it means to hold wealth in a rapidly changing landscape. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next documentary.